Hello parents, it's Mrs. Gormley again, and I have a little short video for you about place value, 2-digit and 3-digit numbers, which we've been talking about the beginning of the school year. We're going to talk about the different ways we can show a 2-digit or 3-digit number. The first way is what's called standard form. And standard form is just the number. So if we were talking about the 3-digit number 254, standard form would look like this. Just what it is when you think about number in your brain, that's what you normally come up with. That's what's called standard form. Now also we have not only standard form, but we have word form. And word form is pretty much just what it says, how we would write out the word in word form. So 254 would look like that if you wrote it out in words. What we try to do with 3-digit numbers also is to leave out trying to use the word and. So we would say 254 without trying to stick an and in there. And the reason why that is because whenever the students get on to using decimals, whenever we read numbers with decimals, that's kind of when they use that and. And so we just go ahead and get them ready for that even though that they're not working on it. Now, also with word form and standard form, we have what's called expanded form. And expanded form is a little tricky. So if we take that number 254, this is what it would look like in standard form. Excuse me, expanded form. It gets tricky. So if we had that number in standard form, 254, in expanded form it would look like this. We have our 2 in our hundreds place, so that's the same as 200. We have the 5 in the tens place, which is 5 tens is the same as 50. And we have our 4 ones, which is the same as 4. So expanded form for 254 would be 200 plus 50 plus 4. So those are 3 out of the 4 forms. So we're a third of the way, 3/4 of the way done, excuse me. The other one is picture form, or we're using manipulative. So 254 I could show using some hundreds. Here would be 100. 200, 210, 220, 230, 240, 250, 251, 252, 253, 254. And that would give me 254. Of course, each one of our 1 is 1, and we count it by ones. Each one of our 10 is broken up into 10 ones, which we count, so we count it by tens. Our 100s are made up of 100 ones, if you cut them up into all those ones, or 10 tens. So that would give us 100. One word that is a vocabulary word we use when we're talking about 2-digit and 3-digit numbers is decomposing, and you probably saw that on the homework already. Decomposing means just like that, just what you think about the word decomposing. I know when I first think about it, I think about something rotting, breaking apart. So let's say we go back to 2-digit number to see it a little bit easier first. We have the 2-digit number, let's say 23. Okay. So if I have 23, so I have 10, 20, 21, 22, 23. If I want to decompose that and show it in a different way, I can take one of these tens away and put in 10 ones and replace it. So I'd have 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Even though I decompose it a different way, I should still have the same number. So I should still have 23. So I have, and it's always easier to start off with our largest groups counting first, so we'd have 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23. So that could be a different way to show that. I can decompose it even further by taking this last 10, and I could then break it up into 10 ones and also show 23 with 23 ones. So that's just an idea of what decomposing means. So if you see that word decomposing on the homework, it's talking about how can I continue to break up that group that I have but still have that same number. So we started off with 23, with 2 10s and 3 1s, and then we ended up with 110, and 13 ones, and still ended up with 23. I hope that this has been helpful with letting you know what we're working on with 2-digit and 3-digit numbers. We'll also be comparing them, talking about which one's greater, which one is least, and ordering them from least to greatest or greatest to least. So, you know, if you're going around in the car, or you might give your child 2-digit numbers and ask them which one's the greatest, which one's the least. Same with 3-digit numbers. Ask them, hey, what's the standard form for 25? And hopefully they'll say, oh, Mom, that's just the number. Or if you say, well, what's the expanded form? And they could tell you 20 plus 5. Just little bitty things like that, just to keep it in their brain, just when you have some downtime, maybe when you're cooking dinner, or like I said, in the car. And hopefully this has helped you, and if you need any further help or assistance, my email address is mgormly@alvinisd.net. Thanks again.